What's up everybody and welcome to another edition of AGR's Pop Culture Reviews. Now some of you have sent me emails asking me when I was going to return to the reviews. Now the reason I didn't do it last week and I didn't want to post anything this weekend was because I wanted to be a little respectful to the families who are dealing with this tragedy. What I noticed on my social media and my personal threads is that people initially gave out their thoughts and prayers and were horrified by what happened, but really quickly forgot. And I noticed that some of the posts, literally, their next post was about what they're going to do on the weekend and taking pictures of them having fun. And I thought that was incredibly tone deaf, and I didn't want to be part of that nonsense, because that's part of the problem here. Instead, I wanted to take that time to really reflect on what happened, and also figure out a way how to best help these families, and even send out a message of how we can prevent this stuff in the future. So AGR's Pop Culture Reviews has partnered with the GoFundMe page for Marjory Stoneman Douglas and the victims. I'm going to be posting a link in the description if you want to help out, so please do what you can. I do, however, realize that there are fans that like this show and appreciate the reviews, so I am going to keep them going. Today we're going to be reviewing the Marvel Gallery's 1/6 scale version of the Phoenix from the X-Men. Let's take a closer look. Now, I've mentioned this before in other reviews, but Jean Grey happens to be one of my favorite X-Men, especially when we get into the Phoenix Saga and the Dark Phoenix Saga. And any chance to see a new rendition of the Phoenix, or the Dark Phoenix, or Jean Grey in general, is definitely something that I want to review. Now, it really goes without saying, but this head sculpt is amazing. Just take a look at the sculpt in the hair, especially in the eyes. They did it just right. What also makes this piece incredibly impressive for this price point is the amazing level of detail. I especially love the color palette here. I know that it is very reminiscent of the comic book, but they did a really great job in terms of the paint. Nothing is sloppy here. I love the tone of yellow that they use, and most importantly, if you look at the green, it actually has this kind of pearl mixture, which makes it look a little bit shiny and very reflective. Overall, this is a fantastic job. The musculature is perfect. I especially like the detail in the abdominals. Now, fortunately, this is one of those statues that the more and more you look at it, the more and more you're going to appreciate the engineering and planning that went into it. This is an absolutely stunning piece, particularly on the lower section. I love what they did here with the legs, and that she has one of her legs raised. It is really epic looking. I love what they did here in terms of the overall style and art design. Now, by far, the most magnificent thing about this piece is definitely the base, particularly how it actually attaches to the main figure. It is in the style of that rising phoenix, and it is in this really translucent amber color, which looks amazing, guys. This is definitely a centerpiece, and I know that if you have this well displayed and with the kind of right lighting, this will garner attention and people will focus on it. It is just absolutely well done. The paint job is great, and I especially like the sculpt of the Phoenix overall. This is a fantastic job. Now, this one's pretty easy for me. If you're an X-Men fan, if you're a fan of Jean Grey, this is something that you definitely want to pick up, particularly for the price point. It is so inexpensive, guys. For the value that you get with this piece, it's truly remarkable, and you should pick it up. Now, before I go, I just want to thank the folks over at Marvel Gallery and Diamond Select Toys for sending this wonderful piece over for review. Alright everybody, so that's my official review of Marvel Gallery's 1/6 scale statue of the Phoenix from the X-Men. Additionally, if you're still interested in helping out the families of this tragedy, you can go to www.gofundme.com/Stoneman Douglas Victims Fund. And one final thought, when I was younger, I really liked this movie called Red Dawn, and in that film, they had this prayer which I thought was pretty profound. And it reads, "These were good friends. Take them away from here, someplace safe, where this war never happened. And as we remember, please let them forget, so they can be little again." As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews.